Because this is where it really kind of like climaxes is the fucking January 6th. Like he was able to
97.9 the
hint,
bust.
nudge, nudge. the idea that we're going to overturn the like, and I showed you that video because like if you're the sitting vice president and you run for president, whether you win or lose, you're certifying the election. So Kamala Harris just a few days ago, she had to count the votes of her loss and officially declare Trump the president.
She didn't have to count her votes very long.
Well, women don't know how to count. They don't know how to count votes or inches.
They always get it wrong.
I mean, that is just like such a fuck you, like putting salt in the wound. Like, I mean, obviously, if you're vice president and you win the presidency, because that happened with Bush Sr., he was vice president, won, and he was able to certify his own election. And, you know, everybody in the Senate was like cheering for him and like, yeah. But did you notice when I sent you the video of Kamala Harris certifying the election, and she reads, she's like, okay, so, and she has to say her name in third person.
I don't know.
She had to be like, so Kamala Harris got 226 votes. and she's saying, this is Kamala Harris saying it. Mm-hmm. And then, you know, there's some Democratic senators who are cheering for her. And then she has to be like, and then Donald Trump got 312 votes. And then you just hear this immediate...
Boys rule like girls fucking drool. 4 more years. Fuck you, bitch. USA, USA. Men are from Mars and Michelle Obama has a penis. No, you sent me a TikTok video, and that's for 12-year-olds.
United States are as follows. Donald J. Trump of the state of Florida has received 312 votes. Kamala D. Harris.
Kamala Dick Harris.
Kamala destroyed Harris.
Kamala Dick Harry.
What if it's Kamala Donald Harris?
I didn't know he was running out of Florida. I know he lives
Yeah,
there.
he changed his home state back in 2020. You know, Mar-a-Lago used to be owned by the owner of Post Cereal, and then was sold to Trump. I want to go to Mar-a-Lago and be like, find all the...
You have an empty bowl and spoon.
Find all the Fruity Pebbles.
You're just digging in the yard like they're like hiding gold. Where are the Frosted Flakes?
That's Kellogg's.
Oh, damn.
Get your shit right.
Damn. Golden Grams? What's Post?
I think Golden Grams is Post.
Okay.
Post is Pebbles. I think that's their big one.
I've never been a big cereal guy. I like it enough.
I'm gonna, if I ever get famous enough, I'm gonna do a sneaker collab with cereal. Well, it's like, you know how like Paul George, he did like the PlayStations and he made like a PlayStation shoe. I'm gonna make a...
Yeah, but he already has a shoe deal. You're saying you're also gonna get a shoe deal?
Yeah,
and then just put cereals on it.
I'm gonna put cereals.
Oh, okay. If you were to storm the Capitol, what do you think you would have done? You think you have like a special, certain area you wanted to go to? You want to like try to see what AOC was talking about? See what's in her drawer?
Damn, you beat me to it.
See what's her browser history?
Yeah, we could play Ookie Cookie over her chair. And whoever she sits in first. What a mid woman.
But it's in politics though, so it's the best.
Oh yeah, for politics she's a 10.
Mm-hmm.
But you gotta remember that means like fucking Elizabeth Warren's at least a 6 then.
No, it's AOC and then it's
Come on, you can do it. Nancy Pelosi.
Yeah. For the titties, of course. She's like 80, right?
I think she is 80. I think she's older than Biden. She got them big old granny milkers.
You know, those just are rolled up under that bra.
A lot of people don't know her tits kept a lot of people at the Capitol that day.
she was evacuated, but her tits were still on shift, playing in security. Their tits look back at her like, "Ma'am, like this is our duty. We have to serve our country. You have to go without us." Their tits are guys, of course.
It's just nobody's storming the Capitol for Kamala Harris.
You think anyone stormed the Capitol wearing a stormtrooper helmet?
No.
Oh.
Well, maybe a Nazi stormtrooper.
It's like, oh, two different worlds clashing.
The thing is that like
I heard there's a couple of troopers that need to be stormed.
you know there are like MAGA nerds.
Sure.
That like, and I don't even mean that like they're into
They're heavy
Trump.
into MAGA. Yeah, they're just like nerdy people that like MAGA. Yeah, I get it.
No, I literally mean like they're so into Trump that they're nerds about it.
Oh.
Like I don't even mean that they also
that's-
like comic books. I mean like they're
I was
like,
thinking more like that because that would be more unusual than the other one because the other one is just kind of the QAnon people.
you know, like they're literally like he was born on July 17th, 1948.
They also have a list. They wear glasses. When's the last nerd that really had tape in the middle of their glasses? Everybody does the parody of a nerd, and they put the tape in the middle of their glasses.
Well, I think that was a reference to like the nerd would get picked on, so his glass would get broken. So that's why you always
no,
have
obviously,
that
but I'm
tape.
saying like, when's the last one that's ever happened to? Because you can't beat
In
up
like media, I
you
couldn't tell you.
can't beat up a nerd anymore.
Well, no,
And
now
also-
they're the coolest kids in school.
No, that's more like when we were in school. Now it's, I don't know. Now I think we're back to like fat-titted blonde women.
I mean, attractive women are always going to be popular, but I mean in terms of like first off, you have to admit every subgroup, like every clique has their popular person. Even of the dorks and nerds, there's like the popular nerd of the nerds. Mm-hmm. And
Like Alex Jones.
yeah.
He's the number one
He's
MAGA
all
guy.
man, buddy.
He's the number one MAGA guy.
Well, Alex Jones is like, cause he's like the king of conspiracies. And the weird thing is like he's uncovered a lot of things that like this isn't necessarily wrong, but it's like it's weird. Like the thing with Bohemian Grove, that's what he got famous for at the first. Is like, what the fuck are all these like wealthy, influential people doing this weird ritual in the middle of? Do you know about Bohemian Grove?
Here and there, not a lot.
I mean, it's just a bunch of very established people, like a lot of elites, who they just have a little like rich boy summer camp, and they dress up in cloaks, and they do this like very spooky frat ritual with a giant owl, I believe, and they set fire to it.
So this is basically Burning Man, but with like really rich people.
It's not even Burning Man. It's more like because it's very occultist, like what they're doing.
You seen Burning Man?
I thought Burning Man's a concert.
No, it's just there might be some concerts now, but it's not about the concert. If
It's
there
more
are
like a gathering
concerts,
of the Juggalos.
Gathering of the Juggalos concerts.
But I thought Burning Man's a concert.
No, that's what I'm saying. Like they might have concerts, but I don't think that's the big thing. Like the thing is to go be a hippie and do ayahuasca and see the Burning Man.
I thought the whole point was to fucking do drugs while you're listening to music.
This isn't fucking Rolling Loud. We're like, well, here's the lineup for Burning Man.
No, I thought it was like Coachella.
We have Frank Ocean. I swear he's coming out
I thought it was
to play. Not as he already did that.
too many times.
He did it twice. I swear I'm straight.
One too many. Like this is, but let me get back to the. If Trump was actually, do we believe that Trump could have such a loyal following that he could all of a sudden start suggesting progressive philosophies and the people will stay with him?
Obviously, it wouldn't be like immediate pivot. It'd have to like a hard pivot. It'd have to be like a
Gradual.
gradual progression. Because like I'm not saying this is a progressive thing, but he's already talking about like, no, TikTok should be here to stay, and all like the more liberal people are like, yeah, fuck yeah, because I think Trump was saying like I was I was elected because of TikTok and stuff like that.
But when he was president, he was the first one trying to get it banned.
Yeah.
Because at the time, everyone on TikTok hated him.
Exactly.
Now it's more split. Now he loves it. Mm-hmm. I mean, he is a very much like, if you like me, I love you too.
Mm-hmm. I think most people are.
And that's another thing is like why I get mad at like progressives and liberals and leftists, because it's like, this guy is very easily manipulated. If you would just stop calling him fat and his dick is small, he might actually do something for you.
I think that he might think that they just don't like him. The certain clientele that don't like him because of falsities and like over exaggerations. I think that's what he thinks.
It might be, but I think a lot of them is like, I don't like trans people because they're mean to me. I think that's like literally his thought process. It's
Yeah.
like, they don't do anything for me, so I'm not going to do anything for him. He's a very transactional person. Mm-hmm. And I think,
and
like,
again,
let's just lean into
I think
that.
we all are.
Yeah, but there's a part of, but the ideal form of politics is you do something not because you get something out of it, but because it's right. That's the ideal form of politics.
But that's also the thing, like, what is right to this group of people? Like, one thing is right versus other group of people, other thing is right.
I told you I rewatched the Jeffrey Dahmer documentary, or the miniseries. Mm-hmm. And you remember a lot of his victims were like young gay black men. Mm-hmm. But since black culture was so homophobic at the time, I wonder how many of these parents like found out they're listen,
I didn't have a son.
It's like, I'm sorry, but your son is dead. Oh my God, what happened? So it turns out he's gay. Okay, we're good then.
No, I had a daughter, if that's what you mean.
I had someone out of the will.
All right, let's land this plane.
Since Trump can't run again, probably. What do you think will become a MAGA culture going forward? Will they just divvy
Die.
up? It's not going to die because the people will still exist, and like,
No, it is gonna die because there's not a main character anymore.
I think
you ever seen The Office? Mm-hmm. And like everyone loves Michael Scott. Michael Scott left because he became a big movie star. The Office fucking died. That's The Office, or MAGA culture, or MAGA in general is The Office, and Trump is Michael Scott. Like, it's just what it is. Like, there can be some people, like you were talking about, often imitated, never duplicated. You can't say that and then throw in a Will Ferrell, who they put in The Office, and then it is not going to work. They're going to have to make their own thing.
But this isn't the same as a TV show because this is politics, and Trump is not a person who's going to be like a traditional president and go quietly.
Oh, you think
into
he's
the
going to
night.
keep tweeting and stuff?
So even if he can't run again, he's
Truth-
going to have
truth
his heir.
socialing.
He's going to have an heir, or try to at least. And I think that until the day he dies or becomes at least to the point where he can't, physically talk or move anymore, he's always going to basically be kind of like the kingmaker for the Republican Party going forward.
But even with that, like, he's 78 years old. So, and I don't know if you've seen enough old people like to know, like, it's a quick decline. It's not gradual at that age. It's
but there's
fast.
something about pettiness and just the
bitterness.
that just keeps people move, like
Hatred.
keeps the heart pump. I I honestly don't even think he's capable of hate. I think it's just pure I think he can only experience annoyance.
He has a lot of spite.
Yeah, it's just like this sort of like petty grudges, which like I guess is a form of hate, but I don't think it's visceral. I think it's more of like in the like this sort of vengeful of like, you got me, so now I gotta get you. Mm-hmm. And like, I mean, it's very strange that he did pick Marco Rubio as a Secretary of State after like Marco Rubio did kind of make fun of his dick.
I would have picked Margot Robbie
For Secretary of State?
for Secretary of State.
I'll pick her for Secretary of Interior so she can decorate. She can decorate all the Native American land.
So I can decorate inside of her. So I thought you were going with
Nah, she's fucking 35 years old. We're moving on.
I'm sorry, I just saw Wolf of Wall Street again. She was probably 23 at the time. I'm living in the past.
Yeah, we need a new Margot Robbie.
It's Sydney Sweeney.
But she hasn't been in a hit.
What are you talking about? Well, a movie?
Yeah.
She hasn't been in a lot of movies either.
Yeah, I mean, like, I think that one she just did fucking bombed.
This is an off-air conversation.
No, this is related to MAGA culture.
Because MAGA is all about big tits and white women and just being free. Got they asses.